name's Sergeant Jason Jimenez. I'm a sergeant with the Media and Community Engagement Unit for the Elk Grove Police Department. Obviously, it's a sad day for the Elk Grove Police Department. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and introduce Chief Timothy Albright.
Good afternoon. My name is Timothy Albright. I'm the Chief of Police for the Elk Grove Police Department. It's an incredibly sad day for our organization, for our family, for the Elk Grove community, and for the law enforcement profession. I want to read a couple of facts. This morning at approximately 5:15 a.m., the California Highway Patrol was alerted to a wrong-way driver on southbound Highway 99 near 47th Avenue. The wrong-way driver collided with one of our officers while he was en route to work on his Elk Grove Police Department motorcycle and in full uniform. The California Highway Patrol, fire personnel, law enforcement personnel, and medics worked tirelessly to save the life of our officer. Our officer was transported to the University of California Davis Medical Center, where he later succumbed to his injuries sustained in that collision. That officer is Tyler Ty Lenehan. Ty was a husband, a father, a son, a friend, and a family member to those of us here in the Elk Grove Police Department. Ty served our country proudly as a United States Air Force veteran. He began his career in law enforcement with the Citrus Heights Police Department, later the Galt Police Department, and then joined this family, the Elk Grove Police Department, in 2016. Ty was a 6-year veteran of this family, this law enforcement organization. In 2020, Ty realized his dream, and that was to become a motor officer, to serve the citizens of this great community, the community of Elk Grove. And he did so with distinction and professionalism. Officer Tyler Ty Lenehan will be remembered for his infectious smile, his genuine and loyal heart, and his love for his God, his family, this profession, and this community. The Elk Grove Police Department and the Elk Grove community are grieving today. Our hearts are broken. And I know our community mourns with us. And while we will grieve together and we will mourn together, we will also remember together the sacrifice of Officer Tyler Ty Lenehan. I want to turn the mic back over to Sergeant Jimenez, and he and I are both available for questions.
Anybody have any questions? As stated in the email, there will be a press release that comes out here shortly to all of y'all that'll have his name, correct spelling, and all that you will need, as well as some of the facts that Chief had just mentioned. With that, any questions? Go ahead.
Yeah, can you just talk about, there have been some video out of one of your own officers responding to this. Can you talk about that experience of responding to a call of an officer that's part of your own family?
Thank you for that question. The call of an officer down and an officer needing assistance is a tugging, I think, everybody's heart, and especially those who are in the profession. And it's no different for our officers as they respond to an outside agency, but for them to respond to their own is, as you can imagine, an incredible tug on the heart, incredible tug on emotion. I I have to say I'm so proud of our regional partners, law enforcement, fire, University of California Davis Medical Center, who just did a tremendous job in their efforts to save the life of this hero. But that's a very difficult response, as you can imagine. But in these times, and I need you to hear this, in these times, we heal from the support of our community. And it's in these times that our community shows up, demonstrates that support, and we feel that, and we appreciate that.
Chief, we saw a number of videos that appear to show first responders struggling to get through the traffic to respond to the scene of the accident. Is there any indication that that may have contributed to the sad outcome?
I can tell you that an officer unfortunately witnessed the event and provided immediate medical attention, and our peers at the Sacramento City Fire Department were on scene in very short order. So while I think the delay was certainly there, we had those incredible assets on scene early on and did heroic work in an attempt to save Ty's life.
And just one other, or maybe it's a part of, is this considered an on-duty death, given that he was en route to work? And when was the last time an Elk Grove police officer died?
Yeah, so this is considered a line of duty death. Officer Lenehan was in uniform on his department motorcycle on his way to his shift. We have never suffered a loss within the Elk Grove Police Department. So this hits hard for us. But again, we appreciate the support of our community, and through those ties of community support, we'll get to a better place.
Yeah, I was just wondering, is there any information on the wrong way driver? I'm assuming that's probably still being investigated, but do we have any information as to why the driver could have been going the wrong way, or is there any information about that?
All information related to the investigation of the crash needs to be directed to the California Highway Patrol.
Traffic collisions and fatalities stemming from that seems to be one of the top killers of law enforcement in the country. It has been for the last number of years. So what's the message for community members at this point, especially with traffic roads?
Yeah, you are absolutely correct. Vehicular deaths in law enforcement are incredibly tragic, and unfortunately are near the top of the reasons for law enforcement officers' death. We spend a lot of time behind the wheel, in this case on a motorcycle, protecting our communities. So the message for our communities are, just as I would say for any other vehicular accidents, pay attention, to be mindful of the rules of the road, recognize that there are motoring public that has the same desired outcome of arriving at their destination safely. I'm sorry,
How many children does the officer have?
Officer Lenehan has 2 children. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of your time.